Have you ever had one of those days as a caregiver where you could just scream or cry or just frankly lose it completely because of the kind of day that you're having caring for the person you're caring for? So here today, it has been one of those days. My dad is in the middle stages of cognitively declining. We're a multi-generational family. It's my mom and my dad, and then my 13-year-old daughter, and then myself. And somehow I'm in charge of all of us. And fortunately for everybody, I'm actually qualified. I have over 10 years of long-term care experience, working in different types of facilities, ending on a geriatric psych unit, which was actually a locked facility. It's quite wild. I've seen it all. I've cared for it all. And my desire at this stage in my life is to care for my parents for as long as I possibly can. And hopefully they can die in our home. And if at some point I can't care for them, then I'll find them the right facility for them. But until then, my heart is to keep them home. But this morning, my dad woke up and he was on just that thing that happens when cognitively declined people haven't slept. He had gotten less than 5 hours of sleep and he was fixated and needed redirecting. And he was feisty, and I got to come in with my toolbox, and you'll hear me talking about my toolbox. When we're talking about caregiving, you got to have a toolbox, otherwise you are in trouble. So it's one of my favorite tools is if somebody is escalating and their voice is raising and they're getting more agitated, what I do is first of all, I speak slower and I lower my voice. And the key with lowering your voice, especially when you're dealing with somebody who is elder, is to make sure that you don't lower it so far that they can't hear you. So make sure you're still speaking loud enough for them to be able to hear you. I also call it verbal judo. Verbal judo is that thing with, besides lowering my voice, I'm also trying to get them to come back to me, and so that they can see, so that there is rational thought, which the reality is when you're dealing with somebody who's cognitively declining, there is no rational thought sometimes. Sometimes it is totally left the building. And so it was just one of those mornings. And at a certain point, I just finally said, I really think it's just time for you to go back to your room and it's time to pray. And I believe he took a long nap and he stayed back there and he came out in a good mood and we had a lovely dinner. And then that switch, it turned back on. And all of a sudden he wanted to fight again. He wanted what he wanted. And you know, sometimes it's fair and sometimes it's just in a ornery, fighting kind of wily spirit of just coming at you. And that is just the spirit he has been in today. And so again, we got to sit there for another hour tonight and I got to play my verbal judo and I got to help bring him down. And in the end, it's okay. But it still leaves you drained and exhausted. And it leaves you questioning why you're doing it. And there's so many reasons that we're all doing it. For me, it's a personal choice of I really have the skills to do this. And so my goal really is to keep them home as long as I can. For other people, it's because there are no other options and there aren't the finances. For other people, it's already become too hard and you've already found a care facility. No matter where you are in the journey, this is a judgment-free zone. The reality is if you are on this journey, sorry, I keep moving. It's the bugs. I'm in Florida. You can probably hear them. They keep getting my little legs. Okay. No matter where you are on this journey, the reality is this is a judgment-free zone because we all have different abilities and we all have different people that we're caring for. And at some point, even I will call uncle. And it's okay. And we will do everything we can to care for our family members who we love. And if you're working in a care facility, the reality is that this is still a place for you because I'm going to talk about that toolbox. And I want you, if you have tricks that I haven't talked about, I want you to share them down below because we all need them. My toolbox will never be full enough. I still am learning. So please feel free to share anything. Or if there's stuff that you want me to talk about, please write it in the comments below. I'll go through and see if I got stuff in my toolbox for it and how I can address it and help you out. But today felt like one of those days where we all just kind of felt defeated. And yet somehow it's nighttime and everybody's headed to bed. It's getting dark. And it's going to be okay because we're all going to go to bed. And tomorrow, God gives us manna for the day. Tomorrow, overnight, God is going to restore me. And He's going to fill me up enough to deal with tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't have to worry about tomorrow. Tonight, I have to choose myself and what I can do to refill my cup so that I may be better tomorrow. So I may have enough to offer tomorrow. And then I can also pray, which I do, that the Lord makes tomorrow a better day. But no, you are not alone. Know that there are people all over this world doing the same exact thing that you are. We are all doing our best. And this is a place to talk to each other. This is a place to ask questions and a place to share your thoughts and your fears and things you're struggling with and to ask for help. I thank you for coming. I thank you for sitting through this. I want you to have a really good night. And I know that I am. I'm going to go inside and I declare that I get to go to bed and that all the drama for the night is over and that there will be no more verbal judo. But somehow the glorious thing is if there is more verbal judo tonight, it is glorious because somehow sitting here making this video with you has filled me up. Remember to reach out to the people in your life. Remember to just share what you're going through, to talk about what you're going through. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of the hard stuff and the ugly stuff. It's real. It happens. If you're in a situation of caregiving with any kind of Alzheimer's, cognitive decline, Parkinsonian dementia, you name it, whatever kind it is, the reality is it is rough. It is rough. And the thing to remember as the caregiver, it's not just rough on us. It's rough on the people we love. So go get some sleep. Remember you're not alone. Remember to love them and offer them the best that you can. Remember that you got this. You got it for one more night. And somehow tomorrow you're going to have enough for tomorrow. And the next day you're going to have enough for the next day. Because you're going to seek help. You're going to find more tools. And you're going to continue to pray and lean into God, and He's going to give you the manna for the next day. You've got this. So do I. And on the days you feel like you don't, it's okay. We all feel that way sometimes. Take care. And know that you can do anything. We're all doing it. You got this too.